Welcome back to my mom's shop, and they do mostly quilting in here. It is not a dirty shop, pretty clean shop because it is. And so they do contract quilting on these. This big quilting machine here is pretty awesome. It's very artistic, so it's nice to have them around with all their sewing machines and stuff. But today I am making a sheath for the 2-hour axe, and we're going to cut over to that and work on that.
See you later!
Warning. This video may contain scenes of extreme untidiness. Viewer discretion is advised.
Well, here we have this axe that I made in a couple hours the other day, my 2-hour axe, and I took it home and showed my wife, and she said it has to have a sheath. So I guess that's reasonable. So we're going to work on cutting a sheath for this, and every sheath for my axes, since they're all shaped a little different, are always going to cut out a little different. So I want room below the blade here. I've got about a 1/2 inch, and then I drew a line out here 1/2 inch outside of the blade, just by hand, but just by eye, just drew it on there, and then I drew the top of the blade here. So the back of this sheath, we're looking at the top, the front, or the outside. So the back of this is going to have a couple of slots for your belt to go through. And then, so the axe is going to lay on there, and this is going to come around, and it's going to have just a strap that comes across here with a grommet in it, and then I'm going to have one more piece of leather that goes on top. So there'll be another piece that sits right up here, and then maybe, depending on how I make it, I'll put a piece of leather in between here just to reinforce this edge. So I'm going to cut all this out, and then we'll see how it goes. Really heavy shears for cutting leather that's this thick. Now, I'm not too worried about my edges because I can clean them up later on. Okay. So I've got that cut out. Now I want another piece that matches this piece here. I was going to use a chunk of what I got up here. Got my grommet top. This one's rounded on top. It's decorative, so you use the other side of the anvil. This little anvil's got 2 sides on it. And then goes through the hole there. And then the female side of the button goes on there. And I've lost my little striker. Goes there. I want to make sure to hold that button down as tight as I can because I'm right at the limit of my grommets as usual. There we go. Okay, now you can see the axe goes in here, and then this comes around and snaps on, and I just got to trim all this extra junk out of the way. think that'll work. So there you go, one axe sheath. We're gonna go and grind this down. I'll show you how that works and it'll be done. So the final step for this is to clean it up on the belt sander here. So I'm gonna clean it on the edges of this belt sander. It's kind of loud. Here we go. Nice little sheath for my 2-hour axe. Thank you for watching. See you next time in the Dirty Shop.